I don't need to be made to look evil. I can do that on my own. I make movies that nobody will see. I've made movies that even I have never seen. They have a kind of Bob Hope and Bing Crosby thing going on. No, improvising is wonderful. But the thing is that you cannot improvise unless you know exactly what you're doing. My favorite characters are the ones that are the most successful movies. An actor really is a kind of intermediary between an audience and the piece, whether it's a play or a movie. As an actor, you become that lightning rod between the person who made the play and the audience. I have been in movies that I thought I wasn't very good in. I think I'm getting a little bit of Alzheimer's, just a little. I don't carry Lucky Charms, but I believe in those things. I have a friend of mine who does me on his answering machine, and when I call him, I answer. It's pretty strange. I always like to watch comics, and it's interesting that you can tell if someone's funny in 10 seconds. I try not to worry about things I can't do anything about. Because if I don't know my lines, I really don't know what I'm doing. Also, I think there are huge reactions sometimes, which are also mysterious. I live sort of in the country and I like that. It's very quiet, it's beautiful. People think that my favorite roles to do are villains, but I find comedy to be the most challenging and rewarding. Emotional power is maybe the most valuable thing that an actor can have. I used to love Danish. My father used to make a Boston cream pie. You never see that anymore. There probably aren't a lot of actors my age who tap dance. It's what actors call a big, juicy part when you're a leading man. I don't get a lot of those. I get a lot of supporting things. I'll tell you, Quentin Tarantino really writes the most amazing dialogue. Even in the limo, I buckle my seatbelt. I got that seatbelt on before the car moves. I don't much like being directed. I enjoy being allowed to play. As an actor, I'm rather hit and miss. I throw a lot out there, and some of it works and some of it doesn't. I'm not sure I'd write a good cookbook, but I might make a good cooking show. I've been to Chicago a lot. It's one of my favorite places. My wife is from Chicago, and I worked in the theater there a lot. I was sort of a jack of all trades in show business for a long time. I was a singer and a dancer, and then I got a job as an actor. There's something dangerous about what's funny, jarring and disconcerting. There is a connection between funny and scary. My life has been wonderful. Everybody has to be a little lucky, I think. To be honest, I was never very ambitious, and I still am not. On stage I have a natural chutzpah that audiences like. I'm out there. I like to go to work. And also, I don't have any kids. I don't have any hobbies. I don't like to travel, so going to work is kind of it. Somebody said to me that I speak English almost like somebody for whom English is not their first language. I've always played comedy. My background is musical comedy theater, and that's really where my training is. There's an impression that actors make a lot of choices. I just take what's there. I'm scared of everything. I think it's only sensible to be that way. People come up to me all the time in New York. Not for autographs, but to talk about movies, often in a very scientific way. I've been married for 46 years, and I live in a nice house. My grass is always cut. I pay my bills, and my cat loves me. I have always refused to do something that has offended me. I have been offered potential roles that are totally vulgar.